Okay, go ahead and get into this now. Everything's all up and going, up and running. So I also need to make sure everything is running smoothly. Looks like cool, awesome.
Well,
yeah, it's very much a huge like Star Wars in the fact that it has like sci-fi and some kind of like like a sort of mystical element in Lord of the Rings, and like it's a huge like journey. Like it is from what I understand, the books are like there's quite a few books and they're quite long in Dune. So that's what when you're talking about Dune. That's...
No, I never knew there was books to it until Jacksepticeye put its weight out saying he just finished the book and now he's excited to see the movie. I'm like, wait, there's books about this series?
Okay, so we got this big old box thing here. Apparently put a bunch of chests outside. I mean, there's books on it, so it's a huge amount of books.
Okay, hang on, I'm actually making.
I don't know how. I've never actually read them. Honestly,
I didn't know. I didn't know because see, like I've seen this. Everyone's just hyping this movie. Like, see, it's not even hit our theaters, and I saw it got a perfect 10. And I'm like, what movie has ever gotten a perfect 10 besides The Return of the King? And that was back in 2004. I was like, I've not seen perfect 10s in a long time.
I don't know.
I've seen close. Exactly. There's not that many. Everything else, and I'm just like, I have to figure this out. Like, I'm brain so we laugh.
Make sure it's actually looks smooth on stream here. So I'm checking my settings, make sure everything goes well. But
yeah, because I watched the last stream we did, and you kind of froze up like a good portion of it.
It froze like that was just the capture card freezing, but I'm checking just to make sure like video looks smooth.
Yeah.
While it's doing this. Okay. Looks like it is, but yeah, Dune is it's more obscure than Star Wars, but it's up there. It's up there.
So you think where I'm a huge Star Wars nerd and I'm a massive Lord of the Rings kid, so it probably would be just kind of worth my checking into. Because I'm trusting your rating here. I'm trusting your rating more than I will trust anybody else. Because I don't believe the fact this movie should have got a perfect 10 straight up the gate. I'm not believing it.
I mean, they already given it like a perfect score. That's kind of ridiculous.
And that was over a month ago. And people literally said they can't find nothing to critique. That it was a perfect adaptation. And I'm like, what? You guys have seen these only in international. I was like, well, you haven't. But we in the U.S. haven't seen jack. All we get is Dune trailers. That's what we get.
Okay, there we go.
Okay, so come over here real quick and let's go ahead and get you killing me. Get your way of revenge out of me.
Revenge? What revenge? Why am I gonna want revenge?
Yeah, because I had to go in and as I'm pitting you to work.
Put me to work? Oh, I fell in a hole. Hold on.
Okay, see this massive pit right here?
Hold on. Massive
right here.
Pit.
This one.
Lost you. There you go. Okay. Okay, massive pit.
I have tons of polished diorite. I want this filled up, and then we're going to use copper to build the warehouse. The polished diorite is right here.
A copper warehouse? That's
just a solid copper building.
You better have a crap ton of copper to do that.
I got it. Come here and I'll show you. Right here is every block. It's silver.
That's a decent amount. Exposed copper.
I still got more than that. And now this beautiful section here will be our new base once I get all the polished granite. Which I just took a ton of.
like mad. But yeah, you do that.
Oh, well, we're gonna make. Oh, we got plenty. Oh, we're gonna use dark oak and stuff to like start building like a cabin and stuff.
Do you have a lot of dark oak? Did
Oh,
you
don't
find some
worry.
dark oak?
Don't you worry. You seen the copper, right? Don't you worry your little head off about nothing. You just let me collect.
I mean, it's a valid question. I see your dark oak here. Bunch of 64s.
Yeah.
Okay, so.
Yeah.
All right, so
I was actually going to use like the foundation as copper, as does dark oak and everything. And I thought, no, I want something a bit more pure. That way mobs can't spawn.
Scaffolding and a bow. Okay, cool.
Oh yeah, that's your bow. That's your pretty bow. It took me forever to stack up. Bow. And there's all scaffolding to get started with.
That sounds strange.
What?
My pretty.
You think we're gonna stay in peaceful mode forever? We're only in peaceful mode till we get our house set up, and then I'm turning mobs back on. Trust, I've actually got bored of this. Oh, okay. No, you come back here.
What the heck is this brick place here? Items from the nether. Well, you've been busy.
Oh, yeah, we're going to actually build something out of the nether. And I kind of want to build a building out of the nether. So, yeah.
Okay, so a roof's been completed.
Like, here, let me show you. Yeah. Let me show you a brick from the nether. Have you seen it?
A brick from the nether?
That's just the norm. That's just regular netherite smelted down.
Yeah.
Where is it?
I mean, it's in brick form, so.
Yeah, because that's. Well, actually, it don't. Well, actually, it turns into this. It just turns into a normal brick once you smelt the normal netherite down. There goes the initials right here.
You smelt it down, becomes a brick, and you put them together.
But you can also get crimson fungus, and it'll actually and it'll also break it down into a darker reddish, bloodier red, and it looks beautiful.
Okay. Well then. Okay, so about your where you want this cabin of dark oak.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a particular spot you want me to build it?
Yeah, in the stinking polished, in the where all you see the polish, when you see the giant area filled in, that's where I want it. I want a big. We go big, we go home, and we going big.
I mean, that's a lot.
In fact, I actually got a. In fact,
it's a lot of statements there, Cody. A lot of statements. What do you? Anyway, so
it's me. What do you expect?
We got this pit right here.
Yeah, that's the diorite pit.
The diorite pit. It's the quarry.
Yeah.
It's called the quarry. That's what they call it. A pit for stone is called a quarry.
You got polished diorite that you gonna fill every little hole in. And we get the. You realize this is 500 plus hours, right?
500 plus hours.
So don't you give me lip. Throw that out. Take you. Get you.
What you're saying is you don't have a spot you want me to build it just yet.
No, I gotta fill it in. Once I get it filled in, then you can get started.
Okay.
But I also need you to fill in the. I also need you to fill in where the warehouse is going.
And where's the warehouse going?
The other massive hole.
What other massive hole? I see one massive hole here.
Not the one filled with granite.
I see one with copper that you're working on. And I see this massive hole.
Yeah, that's it. That's where the
here.
warehouse is going to be. It's going to be one big warehouse, but it's going to be just made out of pure copper. I think an abandoned copper looking warehouse would be awesome.
You're doing, how many layers are you doing of copper?
It's gonna be the whole building.
Like, why are you filling the whole space with copper?
This is gonna be the cabin.
So you only need one block wide for a wall. What are you doing?
Oh, see this right here, where I'm jumping at.
Like you don't even have to fill in like all the way below for a building. You only have to have it like attached to something, or just touching the surface, and it's fine.
Don't make me come over and hit you with this.
This isn't like real life here. This is Minecraft. Structural stability doesn't need to happen. In fact, you could actually build up, create a structure, remove underneath it, and it will float. So.
Well, I just realized I've been using the wrong levels of. You know what? Just let me build the way I want to build.
I mean, you can build how you want to build. I'm gonna go over here and build something else. I don't know what you're doing. I have no idea what your plan is.
Coward.
Then walk over here. Clear some land. Hey, pig, how's it going? We're gonna get you in here. Put a fence around your pig. Are you cool with this? Are you cool with that pig? And put a fence around you. Or I can just kill you now and make you food. I don't know. Your choice. Your choice.
Yeah, best part about peaceful mode, you don't actually never go hungry. So whenever I turn normal mode back on, we'll have plenty of food ready to go.
I mean, like, so you don't have to necessarily fill in this pit. You just cover it up and make it like a mining area. Just have a thing down to it and just cover it and you build on top of it if you want.
You want me just to break all this down? Because I will.
I'm just saying, it's all you need to do is just you don't have to fill the hole in. You just have to create like a opening, because this could be used to mine materials. Go down.
Oh no, I worked hard. I wanted a big building. I wanted a big factory. You remember the cursed factory we tried to build once?
The what?
That mobs just kept popping into, no matter how much light we put into it.
No, no, I don't remember this.
That was like the third map seed we had.
I remember us getting enough light in there where they stopped going in there because they've at some point changed the rules of lighting in this game. So I remember that part of it. I don't remember.
I don't, because every time we put light into it, they kept spawning in.
Yeah, I don't remember them constantly spawning. Ooh, look, an egg. It's an egg. Get the egg. For reasons. Okay. Wait, let's go over here. It's the village. Okay, I see your nether portal.
Yeah.
Next to the mountain, next to the... It has a house on top of it. Sheep. It's the shape.
So I thought Halloween Kills was going to end. It was going to tie the Halloween series up.
Yeah, you think that's ever going to happen? Do you honestly
Well, there's apparently one more movie in the series.
You know, the only reason they haven't made it.
Jamie Lee Curtis actually wants to end this.
Oh, I'm sure she does.
Like, everyone wants to finally see who will win, Michael or the town. Everyone wants
wishful thinking, but I'm sure she wants it into it.
All right, everybody does, because in this movie, the whole town comes together behind Laurie Strode to finally kill Michael. So it's either this ends it, or there's supposed to be one more title. I don't know which.
I would be surprised if they
this one is actually pretty good, because unlike all the others, this story takes place immediately after the 2018 movie. Which this one's also special because Nick Castle, who played Michael back in 1978, he makes a cameo appearance in this one.
Does he?
Yeah, I didn't know that until I saw like reporters talk to him, and he says, "Yeah, I made an appearance in this movie." I'm like,
Beep.
"There's gonna be two Michaels." Like, that's a nightmare fuel for me.
I don't know if it means there'll be two Michaels. I think it might be just that he's going to make a cameo as a character. But
that's the thing. Like, how could you bring Nick Castle into? He gonna be like the Michael that drives the gremlin in the town? Meep.
yeah, honestly, like I said, I'd be surprised. I mean, now they might kill off Jamie Lee Curtis's character, but you think they're
Kill
gonna
off Laurie
stop?
Strode after 40 years? You imagine the outrage?
Well, I mean, if she wants out, they'll
There was
find a way.
outrage when she faked her death.
Faked her death.
In one of the movies, Laurie crashes a car and she died, but she actually faked it all, and she went to California and under a different name until Michael actually showed up at her college, at her university. And then she had to come out of hiding as Laurie Strode once again to fight Michael.
Here's the thing, like it's like the Friday the 13th movies, like they would still be making those movies if not for like a few bad Jason movies. Like they would still be making those.
Never really been the only bad, and this is my opinion. The only bad Michael Myers movie is the one with the cult characters. That's it. Those just didn't make no sense.
I mean, overall, they don't make any sense. But just saying.
Exactly. So can you show me another bad Michael Myers movie? I'll be waiting.
I've not seen much of the Halloween movies.
The Rob Zombie movies are actually not that bad, because I actually forgot about them.
I've not forgotten about them.
Well, the fact that his is still special. Rob Zombie's is special because it looks into Michael's childhood instead of like, oh, he killed his sister immediately. It like shows you what made him snap.
Because we need a reason.
You really think someone could just be? Now the thing about this, the reason I like this Halloween series, honestly, is that it takes place 40 years after the original. It's like a direct. If I remember right, I think people quote it as a direct sequel.
Maybe.
I can't remember.
I mean, I'll be highly surprised. At the very least, I would expect like remakes with like new casts of characters, or like basically same characters but like just new cast. If anything.
Yeah, but see, I think Jamie's actually played Laurie for the entire time.
Pretty much.
Because I've actually seen trailers where they've actually like asked Jamie if like one of the characters who plays one of Jamie, I think it's her daughter or granddaughter, and she asked her, "Do you remember 40 years ago?" And she says that I patched you across this very set, and she goes, "Yeah." Then Jamie actually picks her up and carries her off the set 40 years later.
Yeah, she's been doing it since the first one, basically.
So she's been playing Laurie since 78.
Now, the only Halloween movie that really didn't like feature any of them. Even just she just put her foot on my controller and it caused me to look upwards. So I'm like, Yzma, what are you doing?
I was gonna say, what are you talking about?
But the only one I think was Halloween, the season of the witch or something like that is what it was called.
That would be the third.
Yeah, and that was the only one that didn't make any characters. Sense. Well, so initially, here's the thing: is Michael Myers initially when they did the first movie and the first two movies wasn't supposed to be the whole thing that the Halloween movies were about. They were supposed to be different each time. Kind of like games that are like the Final Fantasy games. Like this Final Fantasy 1, Final Fantasy 2, all the way up through 7, have nothing to do with each other. You don't have to know the story of any of the previous ones to get anything from the next ones, because they're not connected story-wise. They're all standalone individual stories, and that's what the Halloween movies were supposed to be. The problem was that Michael Myers got such a big following that they ended up just making it all about Michael Myers now.
And he also reworked the horror generation, because with the camera pans behind, when the camera pans behind him, because if you actually watch Dead by Daylight, and this is not a joke, because even the Dead by Daylight, the dev team came out and said that whenever you play as the killer and it pans out behind the killer and it watches the campfire, the survivors at the campfire, they say you could thank Halloween for doing that, for giving us that idea.
Yeah. Well, the idea like you only see like at the very beginning you see like the killers there
You just see
and just
part
like
of them, and you just see them staring at their next victims. Yeah.
yeah, you see like the survivors all standing around and the killer is just like you see like the knife just there on the in the hand and that's it. So it's like yep.
I actually watched a video that talked about why Michael kills, and each movie, each generation of the movies, each one had a different reason.
Yeah.
And they actually said that the scariest Michael out of all of them has to be the 2018 Michael because he just kills for just no reason. I'm like,
Kills for no reason. What? I mean, well, I mean that's really the scariest thing because it's like it's something you can't understand or relate with. Like if someone you say they had a traumatic childhood and it drove them insane. And you see
the Rob Zombie collection.
So like you kind of feel sorry for them, but at the same time you're like, you know that they're monstrous and they're killing everyone. At some level you feel for them. Where someone that kills like just for the sake, just because, just no reason whatsoever. It's like I want to do it. That's just you can't understand that. You can't come close to even relating with that.
Exactly. That's why they say this is probably the scariest Michael ever to grace Hollywood screens. And I got to thinking about something because I did watch a clip from the 2018 movie, and it was actually when Michael was actually at the sanitarium, and everyone's just all out there just doing something, trying to get revitalized or something, and someone comes up to him and he calls his name out, and he actually pulls his mask out. And next thing you know, like, the dog starts barking like wild, or some start whimpering. Inmates start screaming in pain and fear. Guards are looking everywhere. And it's like, all because that mask came out.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking there's a time they're going to tie something to that mask. Like that mask is like an evil entity on its own to the wearer. And I'm like, if that happens, I'm probably never gonna watch another movie in my life because like well, I also learned there was Halloween comics.
Well, and the thing is like that's the difference between like the Friday the 13th and the Halloween franchise. Friday the 13th has really gone the supernatural.
There's always been a reason.
Okay, so the first one was Jason's mom. It wasn't Jason, it was his mom who was killing everyone. And she was doing it just because
he always had a reason.
Well, it's not so much his reason. It's the fact that it turned into something supernatural. Like it went from just a guy who was hard to kill, who was killing a bunch of people, to a supernatural thing. Like he's just like an.
On a way.
Kind of.
Okay, let me explain.
A lot of it's sort of like it's almost like, I guess, teased it while not outright becoming supernatural.
Let me back my claim of what I said on why I claim Michael's kind of supernatural. First movie, 78. His doctor comes in to rescue Laurie, and he unloads an entire revolver clip into Michael. And then he falls off a 2-floor balcony, and he lands flat. No man should be able to get up after 6 or 7 shots from a revolver at close distance in a 2-story drop. And when his doctor walked over, the body was just gone. There wasn't a drop of blood or nothing. Where was the blood? Where was the body? Well, supernatural, there.
Well, like I said, they never outright say it though, and that's the thing is like there's things that kind of hint at it, and you suspect like, is there something more to him? Is like there's some kind of like demonic thing?
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I'm curious to see if they're ever gonna like unravel the mystery to Michael, because like because that's a question I would love to see.
That's a weird question there, Ender Joe. I don't know how to answer that one, and I'm going to ignore that one.
I don't want
nothing involving kids, please. That's just terrible.
Oh, call the FBI right now.
I know. The FBI are tracking you, Ender Joe.
The funniest thing about Michael, though?
They've got your IP address. They're on their way.
You know what the funniest thing about Michael Myers is?
What's that?
That in the because someone asked the devs, when they added Michael to the game in Dead by Daylight, they said, "Why do you give him 3 tiers?" And the devs start laughing. He said, "Are you really that dumb?" And he goes, "It's so simple to why we gave him 3 tiers." And he goes, "No." He said, "Think of Michael like the movie. What's Act 1? That's the stalking phase. Start Act 2, when he gets a little bit more strength. That's when he attacked Laurie's friends. Act 3 is when he goes after Laurie herself."
Uh-huh.
So in a way, it's like, in a way, I kind of see it. Like, yeah, because he peers at the bush, he drives the little gremlin, he appears out the window. He's not. That's the first act. That's the first act of the movie. Watching his target.
Yeah.
And it's Act 2. What does he do? He starts breaking her down mentally, taking out each person she's closest to. Although the part that I still don't understand to this very day, and I probably hope I never, and I want to know, is the end of the second movie when the doctor turns on the all the guys in that operating room.
Turns on the what?
And he turns on all the gas, like helium and stuff, and he says,
the flammable gas.
Michael, it's time. And yeah, how does he get up from that? That's what I want.
I mean, the doctor survived that too. Because
everyone knew the doctor was coming to save the day again. Let's just get that out of the way.
Put it this way: if the doctor survived it, Michael's surviving it. That's just it. It's like, you know.
Yeah, the doctor's coming to save the day.
Once you know, and that's the thing with Michael Myers is, like, you never know. Honestly, you just don't. Like, is it supernatural? Is it just he's that tough? Like, he's that ridiculously tough that he can take a fall from multiple stories or a 2-story building and just fall on his back. You know, get shot. Did he have some kind of protection that he was wearing from bullets and he just got back up again? They never say. They never really.
Which movie was it? I'll tell you right now. For the bullet question, that I think was answered. I can't remember which one it was that has the little niece of Michael Myers that I think he's trying to kill or try to connect with. And then there's like the firing squad of guys, and they had like the special shotgun, they had like hunting rifles, high-powered everything, and they just light him up. And he ends up falling to a mine shaft and they threw the dynamite into him.
Mm-hmm. But
as the dynamite goes off, you see him actually crawling out of the cave, and the river carries him off. The only thing that actually happened about that is it actually put him into a coma for a year. That wasn't going to stop him. That just put him into a coma.
Yeah.
I gotta tell you right now, there's a video. I gotta try to find it. Have you ever seen the video Jason versus Michael?
Oh yeah, I've seen that one.
That is the funniest fight I've ever seen. That made me laugh so hard. I think I paid myself when I watched that video.
Well, I mean,
that was
makes
the funniest fight I've ever seen.
It actually makes a lot of sense if you think about it, because like Michael's always been like that unknown. Like, is it supernatural? Is it not? With Jason, they just basically outright it's supernatural. And
there was a I can't remember if it was a TikTok, but it showed when you cross the wrong street, and it shows Laurie looking out the window, and it has Jason just doing other things, just trying to like get her attention, and she just glares a big hole into him, and he goes, "Oh," so he's gonna walk away sad. Next thing you know, Michael's right there, and he's just like, but he just points down the street, tells him to leave. Like, what am I watching? I have to find that. I gotta send it to you. That is the funniest thing.
But you know, I just say that's probably what makes Michael Myers scarier than Jason, is the fact that you just don't know. Like, the unknown is far scarier than what you actually know. So like, if you know Jason is like supernatural, like the movie Jason Goes to Hell, basically that was like That was pretty much like, okay,
Now,
you knew he's supernatural. You need a special dagger to defeat him. So you're like, okay, here's a dagger. We know what he is now. We know how to finally beat him, and it's just a matter of.
I actually watched a video on that, and the thing about that one is, the thing didn't make no sense to me, and this was literally quoted in Jason Goes to Hell, and it actually showed a doctor in an autopsy room, and he bites like a piece of Jason's flesh, and Jason's spirit takes him over, and he becomes the new Jason. I'm like, what? This is cannibalism. This is Wendigo territory, and this ain't Jason. What are you talking about?
It's like it's something like how do I explain
you seen the movie? Do you seen the trailer to Antlers?
Antlers? No, I've not heard of it.
Well, see, this is special. This is actually going to be a special movie if they do this right.
Can you make a giant share in creative mode? I mean, you can do almost anything you want in creative mode there, Aquamarine Dragon.
Well, that's survival.
Yeah, we're not in creative though. That's the thing.
Yeah, I did. Like I said, that's 500+ hours. I did this on survival. Not survival, but preschool and survival. No, what Antlers is for the first time, if I could think of in horror history, the cryptid monster known as the Wendigo finally gets to come to the main big screen.
That's interesting.
What origin story they're going with, I don't know. But I do know because the only thing in the crypto world, the only thing that has antlers, not horns, not anything else, pure antlers, is the Wendigo. And I don't know what form they're going with. I hope it's not stupid.
Yes, and
because
I mean, okay, so some depictions of Wendigo have it like with the antlers and like the deer skull, and some, but like
that's pop culture.
But the actual Wendigo itself isn't that.
It didn't have none of that.
No, it didn't have any of that. It's okay. So the game Until Dawn, that's probably closest to actual.
Yeah, that's gonna be like I remember the Until Dawn Wendigo.
Yeah, even Supernatural had something similar.
I don't know. I wasn't a fan of Supernatural. Like, I watched like an episode or two of it. I was not a fan.
I need to get back into watching it. I was watching it, and then I got into watching Hunter.
I didn't like about Supernatural because, like, to me, literally, like my senior year of high school, it seemed like every month there was a new season of that show.
Oh, there's a crap ton of... That show went on for so long. And it's had such a huge following.
Like 18, 19? It seemed to me like my senior year, it's like every day I woke up, it was like, we got a new season. I'm like, you just had one last week.
People loved it, though. Like, they absolutely loved it.
I know. The Winston brothers actually did doing a crossover with Scooby-Doo.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You know the meme that everyone said, this place is haunted when you see the Mystery Inc. and you see the Winston Brothers car pull up at the same place?
Oh, it's like that TikTok. It's like...
That meme literally actually brought that crossover to real life.
The movie of The Killer Tomatoes? Oh, long time ago. Attack of the Killer Tomatoes? I've seen that one.
I've never even heard of it.
It's a strange movie to say the least, but it's kind of funny at the same time.
Okay, so basically it's just don't ever watch it.
Like it's basically a bunch of like giant tomatoes that are trying to kill people. I mean, that's
just a no for me.
That's about what sums it up right there.
Yeah, that's a hard pass.
They actually had a cartoon about it too. Strangely enough.
Oh Lord, that just makes it worse. Getting back to Antlers, I actually did get a quick glimpse of the Wendigo, if it is the Wendigo in this movie. The only thing I can say I hate about it is that the current design of it looks like a giant hairball from a cat. That's really how ugly and disgusting it really looks. And I'm like, Folklore Hunter has a better Wendigo design. People's like horror stories on Wendigo on YouTube have better designs, dude. Like, get rid of it, please. I mean, you have a world archive of designs. Why would you go with the hairball design? That's what it looked like. Oh, speaking of hate, the stupid Batman trailer.
Stupid Batman trailer.
Okay,
Not the good
show me
one,
one time in the comics
one.
Batman could walk down a hallway taking 2 AK-47s.
I don't know, honestly, because I don't.
Never happened. He's never been that. He's never had a suit that strong. Not even the suit from Batman Arkham Knight is that powerful.
Oh,
because even Arkham Knight points it out. He not point at the chest.
It's not the first aim time, at the shoulders. Honestly, it's not the first time he's been able to take like gunshots straight to the chest, and just
no. He takes two clips at the same time.
Okay, so you ever watch like the Michael Keaton Batman movie?
Yes.
It's along those lines.
That's where my love of Batman came from.
That's from along those lines basically. It's the idea that he basically goes out wearing this like bulletproof armor underneath everything, so that way he can take these bullets. So even if he's not able to dodge them,
he knew when to dodge them.
Yeah, he just couldn't turn his head. So.
Exactly. That was his problem. He could dodge, but I'm gonna do all this, but my head is stuck in place.
He could not. That was the thing. Like, okay, you watch those movies, he cannot turn his head.
I know that's what made him so funny to me. Except for Batman Robin. That Arnold Schwarzenegger, Mr. Freeze. No.
Because of with Scooby-Doo, Courage the Cowardly Dog, I have not seen this.
Yeah, that's a crossover too that I gotta watch.
They crossed over Courage and Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, that's actually just dropped like a month. That's not even like a month old.
So it's fairly new then.
Yeah, it's still really new.
I need to watch this now.
I do too. I just keep forgetting about it. But yeah, see, I saw ads about that on Facebook and stuff, and usually I don't believe nothing on Facebook anyway. But then I actually went to Walmart one day and there it was. I was like, oh my lord, this was a real thing.
How big is this cabin gonna be, by the way? Just curious.
Well, it's gonna hold both of us. I'm gonna throw storage into it.
All right. So I have an idea. So I have an idea what we're building.
Go ahead.
Make some more with these.
I just want to go ahead and get out of the small house we're in. Because I'm going to what I want to do is I want to tear that down, and then I'm going to turn that into a farm.
I honestly think it's hilarious you call that small. That's not I wouldn't call that a small house, but
yeah. Okay, so the next thing I don't like about this new Batman, his is supposed to be the most deranged Batman. So what? You're finally gonna make Batman break his #1 rule? I will pay top dollar to go to see that happen. I promise you, I will pay $80 at a movie theater. I will buy me a large popcorn. I'll buy me a large soda. You name it. I will pay $80 to see you make Batman break his #1 rule. I mean, if you make him the most deranged.
You realize he probably ends up killing people anyway with how he beats him up. Like at worst case, he puts him in like a coma with severe brain damage. To be fair,
but they're still alive.
They're still alive. Should listen to the rap song and Scooby-Doo meets Courage the Cowardly Dog. I'll check that one out.
There's a rap song?
Apparently, it's a rap song.
I'm gonna YouTube this right. Let me YouTube this right now.
I want to know that. Who sings it? I don't know.
I'm YouTubing this right now.
Do it.
Let me see here.
YouTube it.
Scooby-Doo. Courage the Cowardly Dog. Rap song. Oh my lord. Return to Slab, Shaggy and Courage features Ramnus. Oh my lord. I'm sending it to you right now.
Oh god. This will be fun. I love it.
It's right there it is. There's the link. I just sent it. I gotta get this off my search history right now. Oh, get it out of it. No, just kill it with fire. Kill it with fire.
Search history.
Kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it.
Oh, okay.
I gotta kill this as well.
That's polished andesite. That's what it is. I need stone. Dang it, I need stone. You gotta kill it.
I had to kill it, but I had to kill it fast before it could spread.
Why are you killing it? What did it do to you?
There's just things I just don't want in my YouTube search history like ever. I got my algorithm set up the way I want it. Okay, that's what I want my algorithm.
The minute you start watching something, okay, so that I hate that about YouTube now. About how
see, that's the thing. If you actually kill it at the source before the algorithm will not be able to read it fast enough, and it cannot produce it to you.
I'm not even talking the algorithm. I'm talking how, like, just scrolling down, like, recommend videos. Perfect. They start like playing on you, like preview playing. I want to see if I can turn that off, because then you get your watch history. Like, they actually show up in your watch history after that happens.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why? Why are you doing this to me? I don't want to watch this.
Yeah, I got like channels like What Lurks Beneath. I got the Bigfoot I got recommended the Bigfoot Project, and I actually like their story, the way they do their storytelling and recount the events of people. I didn't know I would actually enjoy it, and I actually really like it.
Where am I going?
I've also been listening to a British guy, Josh Hayes. He does MMO. He does like MMOs and stuff. He covers them and stuff.
Really?
And he has a channel called Worst MMOs Ever. And every night I gotta play him to be able to fall asleep.
Worst MMOs ever? Which ones has he done?
There's a bunch of them. What now?
Which MMOs has he covered? I'm curious. I want to know now.
On the worst spectrum?
Yeah.
Stuff that's just basically free and that's not in the realm of MMOs.
I mean, there's decent free ones. So here's the thing, you have to be careful.
And let me quote you. This is his quote. He says, "Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Josh Hayes. For years I've played the world's best MMOs. Now it's time to do the opposite. I will play the worst of the worst, and I will categorize them, and I will show them here so you don't have to. Let's get into it." Oh my God, that reminds me. I gotta send you one. This is my favorite. If you think anything I've ever sent you is weird, wait until you watch this MMO video.
I'm pretty sure everything you ever sent me is weird, Cody. I'm just saying.
No, this right here, I promise you, when you watch this one, it will make your mind explode of how weird it is.
We got enough glass panes in here, that's for sure.
Oh, wrong one. This level of insanity is so bad. Okay. It's not even funny.
I mean,
I just sent it to you.
You had me a little scared here, Cody. A little worried.
I'm telling you, welcome to my rabbit hole.
Alright.
And let me tell you right now, my rabbit hole is much nicer than what Josh went through in that MMO video. Just look at the thumbnail. That's all you need.
I mean, I've tried various free MMOs, and some are okay, and there's a lot that are not worth great. No,
that one right there, it don't deserve to live. That's how bad it is.
Well, I should see what this is real quick. Let me see what this is that you sent me. This is.
It's just a thumbnail all you need, and I will make sure you watch it. I will know you until you watch it.
Let's see. Poop. That's the right one. Second-hand lands. It looks like a second-hand MMO is what it looks like. Second-hand lands. What?
Oh no! You gotta watch. You have to watch it tonight, Mister.
It looks like bargain basement MMOs, but.
No, you're watching it.
I didn't say I wasn't gonna watch it. I'm just saying it looks like that character design is like bargain basement.
Next Tuesday, I better hear your in-depth review of it.
Like if you've ever been in a family where you just had parents didn't buy you new stuff, you just got what your older brother wore, or your older brother used, the old hand-me-downs. Yeah, it looks like hand-me-down MMO basically, like secondhand MMOs.
That video,
yeah, completely.
No, what you're saying now is a compliment. I'm promising you right now. What you're saying about
if
that
that's
is
a compliment, I'm scared. Like legit, I am terrified if that's a compliment. Like I don't want to even know. I don't even want to know how bad it gets.
This is all I gotta say.
Oh my god.
This is all I gotta say. Welcome to my rabbit hole. You will want my insanity videos from now on after you watch that. And believe it or not, that video right there is the number one video that puts me to sleep every time. Out of his videos of the MMO worst MMOs, that's my favorite one that puts me to sleep. It's like a lullaby to me.
Put you to sleep? Why? It's boring. No, I'm just kidding.
No, just
is that what you're saying, Cody?
Just to hear him go, why? Literally, he goes, why? That's the number one question.
There's a lot of games I say that too. I'm like, why?
And the tone of the game is the funniest part about it. Is the tone of the game.
Now, does the game try to take itself seriously, or no?
Huh?
Does that game actually try to take itself seriously? Like, I could see if it doesn't try to take itself seriously. That'd be different.
Can I at least tell you how the tone of the game goes?
Yeah, go
because
ahead.
It's killing me to tell you. It's dark. And not meant for kids.
How is that dark? That's the opposite of dark.
I'm not done.
Like,
I'm not even
there's
close
nothing
to
dark about that image.
Oh, there's a dark image in that video. Oh, there is. I will not tell you how bad. I'm not going to tell you about it. You will watch it and you will discover it, and then you'll probably never want to be my friend ever again.
But I wouldn't go that far.
I'm not done with the tone of that game. It gets worse. Next, it's implosion levels of cringe. By the thumbnail, you could tell the cringe just by character design alone.
The cringe? I mean, it's definitely cringeworthy, that's for sure. That's a lot of cringe there.
And it's also over the top kid friendly. And literally at one point it says, "Can you say the word alloy?" It's literally like it talks to you like an episode of Dora the Explorer.
Like, I've seen some goofy indie stuff that's like, there's actually it's horror collection games or horror anthology games. But it's like this horror anthology games or like horror collection games called oh crap, what is it? I've played them on YouTube. In either case, like basically like the last collection that they've made, it has a horror game that plays a lot like an episode of Blue's Clues. Like, it is literally like just like, if you ever watch Blue's Clues, it is just like it.
I loved Blue's Clues as a kid.
I think the game is actually called Chips Tips, and it's
what?
It is literally that's the name of it. Like, it is so imitating and.
I'm not googling that.
Do it.
Oh no! I'm not googling it.
It's worth it. I guarantee you, it's worth it.
Nope.
Oh, should have left the piece there. Well, Kid you not, Google.
I cannot wait until next Tuesday now.
I will send you a video of that game, Cody. I'm not kidding.
And I better have alright, if you send me your video, I better expect an in-depth review of you just going off for me making you watch that video right there the second hand. I better have a nice rant ready for me next Tuesday.
Boy, I should know, because I have 2 of the games in my Steam library.
Oh, of that collection?
Yeah, I have the first 2.
Isn't it like the first game in that collection, like Insomnia or something?
I don't know.
Or Soma. What is it? The game that you're underwater and you're in the diver's suit that you have to walk across the ocean?
That's a game.
Which one is that one?
That's a game all by itself. That's
it
is?
Entirely
different. Yeah,
I thought it was part of that collection.
No, that's a game by itself. That was actually I actually have that game now. It's on my PS4.
Yeah.
It was on sale in the PlayStation Store. I picked it up.
Into the Five Nights at Freddy's stuff.
I'm streaming it tomorrow afternoon. So
I think I gotta go to the doctor tomorrow, or I either gotta work tomorrow, or I gotta.
I mean, it's not till later. It's like 3 p.m. I think.
Oh, I'll be working. You don't understand, the guy. You don't understand. Like I'm busy.
How dare you?
Like I don't get.
How dare you make money and buy things?
I don't get money.
You're working but not getting
paid?
Only
time I get.
Well, that's...
Do you think winterizing your own house means you get paid?
Oh, your own house.
Really?
No, I'm not thinking you're talking about work around the house. I thought you were talking about working for someone and getting paid.
Oh Lord, no! I can't do that. I'm too incompetent for that nonsense.
I mean, you mow people's lawns, don't you? And get paid for that. Yeah, I think you mentioned that before, haven't you?
I can't remember. My brain's fried.
I can't remember. Well, you know how it works.
But okay, so the next thing I want. Okay, so
the point is, you do. No.
You remember when I told you that Ocarina of Time will eventually come to Nintendo Switch?
Maybe. Okay, I know they're bringing the N64 games.
Direct, yeah, we finally get Ocarina of Time. We get Majora's Mask. We get Paper Mario 64.
Okay, but do you know what that costs to get it though?
$50.
Yeah, which is like it's more than what the regular Nintendo online costs. Now it's still cheaper than PlayStation, or I think Xbox is the same.
The thing about it is that nobody's understanding is the Animal Crossing DLC comes with that. And plus, you get Sega Genesis as well, so yeah, I don't care one bit about $50.
Here's the thing: is you could spend half of that one time and get the paid DLC for Animal Crossing. So
I want to do that because I want to play this as nostalgia. Because Pokemon Snap Old School is the first thing that comes after the immediate first wave. And oh boy, am I excited!
Like. I don't know if it's worth it though. I mean, so the Sega collection really for me isn't worth it because it has less games.
The only thing I'm playing out of the Sega collection is Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine. That's all I'm playing.
Yeah, but for me, like I love the Sega collection on Steam, and it has far more games for like $20. Actually, I think it's less than that maybe. I don't know. You get like the full collection. You spend less than that one time, and it's just. You get like all these games for it. It is just ridiculous. So honestly, like for the Sega collection is not worth it for me. The N64 collection, I mean, I have Paper Mario 64 already on my Wii U, so I have that. And I recently got I actually recently got Twilight Princess HD as well, so that's a good thing. But honestly, like, I don't know if it's worth it. Like. There's some good games, but...
Oh! So have you seen the trailer to Welcome to Raccoon City of the new Resident Evil movie?
I've heard of it. I haven't seen the trailer yet.
Let me tell you how bad it's going to be. And I promise you, when I say bad, and I know I use that word loosely, but this time, I mean it's going to be a dumpster fire of a movie. Okay, so let me just break it down to what happens. Okay, you got Resident Evil 1, Chris. You have Resident Evil 1, Jill. You have Resident Evil 2, Claire. Resident Evil 2, Leon. And I believe Resident Evil 3, Carlos. All together, at one time, they go to the mansion, because I saw the mansion for here. I know I saw that mansion. And they're actually and they all had to work together to stop the virus and escape the city. And I'm like, what? If you're trying to follow the games, you don't put them all together at the beginning of the story.
I don't think they're trying to follow the games that closely, but just to make something that has all the stuff.
No, it's not following it.
No,
because
what they're doing is they're making something that has like all the Resident Evil elements to it, and making something entirely different. And that's all. That's what they're doing. Let me see if I can
find the trailer and send it to you.
That's what it sounds like from what you told me. That's what they're doing.
Okay,
because
okay, I got a screenshot right now. We got Leon, we got Claire, we got Chris, we have a Chris Pratt looking dude, and then we have some then we have some lady cop. I don't remember a lady cop.
So okay, now technically they were all around at the same time. Time.
Here,
frame.
let me just send you the screenshot. See if you can identify them. Oh yeah, did you see the Mario movie? How it almost broke the internet?
I haven't seen it. I heard about it though. I heard about the Mario movie.
I actually was talking to a buddy of mine who lives in Australia about it, and I said, why is this movie breaking the internet for, man? He goes, dude, he said, it's not about the movie. He said, it's the casting of the crew.
Yeah.
And he said, here, let me send you a link. And I was rolling when I saw Chris Pratt as Mario. Because not 2 days later, and I mean just 2 days later, someone had made okay, you remember Jurassic World, the first movie? Yeah. When Chris Pratt jumps down and he tells the raptors to back off?
Yeah, they make him Yoshi.
There's a GIF someone made of him jumping down, but he's got Mario's face.
Oh wow! It'd be even better if they put like Yoshi's face on the raptors.
They did.
Did they really? Oh my god!
Yes,
I love it.
I was crying because it was the funny. I think if I remember, I think they actually put Yoshi's and they actually made him do that like sound that he does whenever he uses his tongue to attack.
Oh no!
I think they made him do that, but they made him do like this. I got to find it. Let me kill myself.
What?
I got to see it. I think it was on Twitter.
Don't kill yourself, Cody. You have so much to live for. No, I'm just kidding.
Let me see if I can find that. I was crying. I think it was on Twitter.
Oh, it's empty. Cool. Oh, it's insane. Okay, put it this way. It'll be like their second attempt at a Mario movie, and you know what? It can't be worse than the first one.
Was.
Cannot be worse than the first one. Like, they have to try really hard to make it worse.
Animated.
It's well, that'll be a bonus right there. That's one thing in their favor. It being fully animated.
Oh god. I got to get off Twitter for a little bit.
I mean, I can tell you that. Twitter can be a cesspool.
No, it's not that. It's just the stuff. It's just how many people I follow and how many of the people I like to mess with and stuff.
No, come back.
Okay, there's the Ubisoft, me and the Grim Reaper killing an important, okay, there's the Switch, there's the thing, okay, that's the Battlefield discussion.
Do the thing, there we go.
Oh yeah, someone made the comment that there's no Megalodon in 24-2. Don't care.
What?
Don't worry about it.
Wait, what?
Again, like I said, don't worry about it because I'm busy right now. There's the where is it at, man? And that's the battle line. Nintendo the 64 turning 25.
I mean, I'd be interested to see like how they do it. I'm glad they animated it because trying to do real people last time was just, it was awful.
Oh, here it is. It's not a video, but it's on IGN. I'm sending it to you right now on Twitter.
Where am I? Over here.
You're going to love it. I gotta keep looking, but I swear there was a video. Okay, so here we go. This was on the... Okay, Tash, keep me up. This is literally the entire thing. Tash, keep me up to date with this movie. I have to see a flop so bad. And then I saw was on the... Wait, here's the entire thread that me and him had. Look, I don't expect the Mario movies to be good, but the cast is just too interesting. There's a Mario movie? Blank. Tell me who the cast is ASAP. It's insane to list. Too many Twitters going crazy with the cast in Nayway. Okay. And then this was me. Wait, how many characters? Like the entire Super Mario roster? Every version of Toad? Every version of Yoshi? It's not that who they cast. It's not that it's who they cast. Chris Pratt is Mario, Jack Black is Bowser, Seth Rogen is Donkey Kong.
Jack Black is Bowser. I didn't hear about that one. That's funny.
The fact that they made Seth Rogen play Donkey Kong, I have to try to save that man's career.
I mean, that casting makes sense.
Seth Rogen needs to get out of the animal department. I promise you, I cannot watch this movie because the moment I do, I will die.
I mean, Seth Rogen as Donkey Kong, I could see that, honestly.
I just hope to God they actually don't make Donkey Kong talk. And yes, I just said that.
Honestly, it doesn't have to be a good movie as long as it's entertaining. That's all that matters, really. Like, yeah, as long as it's entertaining and is like it feels like Mario, that's all we ask for. If we get those things, it's perfect.
Tweet.
It'll be beautiful.
Did you get the tweet I sent you?
I'm not checking Twitter right now. I'm in the middle of playing this game and when we're streaming. I'm not checking Twitter. I am
Use your phone.
Working on, sir. I am not gonna do this.
You will check it because I want to hear your reaction.
I refuse.
Don't forget Sega Hand Jelly.
Think you've lost it, sir? Cody has lost it. Cody has gone officially insane.
I've never had it to begin with.
We need to check Cody into an institution now. And you fell from a high place too. Cody has gone so mental he's fallen from high places.
I want to see Chris Pratt jump around and go, yahoo! So bad! That's the worst Italian accent ever!
Cody, focus on the game here. Focus on the game.
Still,
we are trying to accomplish things, sir. You need to focus. Houston, we've lost Cody. He's succumbed to Cthulhu.
Cthulhu ain't gonna ever drive me insane, dude. Let me tell you right now.
You kidding me?
Cthulhu couldn't even touch me.
I think Cthulhu already has driven you insane. I think it's already happened. It's already here.
What are you talking about? Even I drive him insane.
No one drives Cthulhu insane.
I did. I made him start drinking.
Cthulhu's the one driving the insanity wagon here.
Yeah, I make him go every night. Because he goes, I don't even understand how he broke me. So Jack Black as Bowser, who you think that'd be a good move?
Jack Black?
Yeah, because he's Bowser.
He could do it. He could pull it off if anyone can.
Yeah, because I don't remember because I remember the other Mario movie. Yeah, I remember that Bowser. That was the weirdest Bowser I've ever seen.
That was the weirdest movie I've ever seen. What are you talking? Like, it's not just Bowser, it's the whole thing.
Yeah, I know. What was I? You remember the Mario cartoon?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You remember the pasta patty cake?
The what?
Where Mario, before Mario could power up, he always had to do a pancake, and he called it pasta power.
That's something I completely missed.
Really?
Or I don't remember it. It's been a long time since I've seen it though, so it's been quite a while.
I just saw it on YouTube, and it scarred me. So I was like, I was like, there's not a level of horror.
Cause like I've been scarred by this. I've been changed for life. I cannot see it the same ever again.
To me, bub. So you gonna have me a nice rant ready for next Tuesday with when you watch the secondhand choice video?
I mean, I don't know if I'll have a rant about it, but I'll definitely.
I remember what else I wanted to send you on the worst MMOs.
I mean, it'd take a lot to really shock me on those, because I've seen some really bad.
This one here, when it starts out, Josh's hair has literally been through a grinder, because, and he just looks at the camera and he says, "It gets worse. It gets much, much, much worse." So I'm sending you. Oh yeah, have you seen the new Lord of the Rings mobile game?
No.
Be happy.
I don't do many mobile games, so no.
Trust me, be happy, because he done pull your Discord up, and I want you to please read me the third link I just sent you. Make sure just please read it to me. I want to make sure I sent you the right thing.
Maybe you did. Maybe you didn't. I don't know.
I can't remember. My brain's scattered right now.
I mean, you could.
I need help.
You could look at it too.
Yeah, but you gotta remember,
sir.
I'm the one that's gotta send. Remember, I'm the one that watches bad MMO videos all day. I could have sent you one wrong one by accident.
It's not my fault that you watch stuff like that.
Hey, it's entertainment, because I've actually been wanting to play an MMO. I can't find one.
Well, okay. What do you want? Like, what would you like in an MMO? So you have like different play styles in MMO. Some are more like.
Well, I want to get a PC because I want to play New World, because like I've seen like a lot of my friends, like a lot of my gamer friends have been playing it, and it looks just so much fun.
I've heard of it. I've also heard that it can potentially wreck a graphics card too, or some people had problems with it.
It bricked 3090s. It really did.
I don't have anything quite that powerful.
No, it did. No such thing as here. It literally did.
I have like a 1660 or something like that. I don't know. It's like, but nothing quite that powerful. But still, I've heard that it broke 3090s.
See, people actually reported that 3090s, whatever the highest capture card is, it was breakable by people with something smaller. It didn't affect them.
Huh? It's weird.
I know. I thought you would have thought it would be the opposite.
Like I kind of want to start playing it, but I kind of don't, because.
If you want to play it, best time to jump into it will be early in the mornings because of the queue time.
Well, that's the other thing I heard too. Is like if you want to play New World, you need to, like you, pretty much need to make sure you get in early or you get in at the right time. Otherwise, you will be waiting forever to get in.
Yeah, literally, like the day New World launched, there were people waiting 6+ hours just to get in. Like just to customize a character.
That's bad planning right there. Because
that's because everyone, their mothers just like, oh well, I'm not going to work today. I'm going to be a content creator. No, you're not a content creator. You're just lazy.
No, that was always a thing before. That was back when COVID hit. COVID hit. Everyone's like, I'm going to start streaming and make some money, and I'm like,
exactly.
Yeah, good luck with that. Good luck with that.
It's not built. You're not made for it. I think I could make an interesting stream content creator, just to how crazy I am alone. You know what I mean?
Possibly.
Plus, it might be a hobby for me, because I could also use a new hobby.
It takes a lot more than just being crazy, though. It takes a lot.
Yeah, I know, but see, the thing for me is I want to do it just for the fun of it and give me a new hobby.
That's what we want to. That's the best thing to do it for.
I've never really had a hobby, so I really want one.
Like, I would genuinely say, if you're gonna do it, don't do it because you want to become famous. Do it because you just want to have fun and play some games.
Yeah, that's what IGB told me, because that's the thing. Could you give me any advice? He said, just don't come in thinking you're gonna be Jacksepticeye. He said, just come in and be you.
That's about it
He
too.
said, come in and just enjoy the work of it, enjoy the fun of it, and do not think of it as a job. Because he said, when you think this is your job, you
like, don't try to be Markiplier. Don't try to be Jacksepticeye. Just
well,
go in, play games, and do your thing. Try to be
I'll tell you
unique
right
in
now,
some way.
because Big Fry actually had this problem. He encountered someone. He said that this guy told him he quit his job. He said in 6 months he's gonna be the next Dr. Disrespect.
Yeah, good luck with that.
6 months later, nobody knew who he was. He didn't even have a single subscriber.
It takes a lot of work. Like, you'd be surprised how much work. There's some people who got lucky because, like, okay, Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, that whole group, they got in when YouTube was still fairly new, and and they got people watching them, and they grew.
Yeah, and they also
it was like
learned how to also be interactive with their communities.
Well, it was part luck, and it was part just being somewhat skillful at interacting with people and actually, being entertaining. So there's actually a short clip on YouTube, and it's literally called Markiplier's the nicest guy, and they made him at PAX in 2015, and Markiplier's literally on the video, and he realizes he just starts being goofy, and he says, I don't care. He said, have fun with it. Yeah.
And it's like, when you're being recorded, and that the choice you need to make.
Well, that's the biggest thing too, is when it comes to
there was another one I saw in a girl. She was in a wheelchair, and on her sign she wrote, her wish was to hug Jack, and he literally was at the convention, and he stayed back just to meet the family, and her friends actually went up and told him what the whole situation, and then he walked up and he hugged her. Nice. It was either Jack or Mark 1, I can't remember. But she wanted to hug one of them, and they literally and she actually got out of the chair just to hug him, and he actually wanted to put her right back into the chair.
Nice. Yeah, biggest thing was just like he was saying, just like you're saying, just have fun with it. It's like, same thing when you're. That's how he does. Same thing if you're streaming or if you're making any kind of content. Have fun with it, and make sure people can actually see that you're having fun. Because if they can see you're having fun, they'll enjoy watching. But it's also part, you have to work at getting discovered too. Like, you can't just put up videos and be like, well, why is no one watching my videos? You have to put that stuff out there.
You gotta find your groove.
You basically have to work at getting yourself noticed. Even with Twitch, between Twitch and YouTube, Twitch is harder to discover people because they don't have a good format, the way they do things to make people easy to find. But at the same time, it's you just have to be active on social media, right? Be active on various platforms. Put yourself out there. Be honest. And also,
or just go to Discord groups that don't care one bit for self-promotion. I got plenty.
Well, that's good too. Is a problem though with those kind of groups though, is the people who are in there don't care about you.
You're really close with a lot of them, and I'm close with all of them.
Yeah,
I love the troll. I love the troll with them. Like, one of them, it was like a Overwatch type of hero game called Valorant. It came out last year.
Yeah, I've heard of it.
And he's kind of like a pro at it. It's so every time he's streaming and he plays, I hop into a stream. I'm like, oh look, can I pick quotation pro quotation? It's the pro. And he literally just knows at this point that I've done it so much that he can look at it and he can just laugh.
Yeah.
And it's a genuine laugh because he just knows I love to pick on him.
But I'll still tell you though, be very careful of those groups though, because a lot of people in there don't care about supporting your content. Oh, yeah. They might drop you a follow because someone shouts you out in that group, but
yeah, I know what you're talking about.
And some do genuinely care, but there's a lot in those groups that they just want your follow, and they want you to support their content, but when it comes to like supporting your content, they're not going to show up.
Yeah, we're like no, one of those groups. We're a big family.
Yeah.
Everyone supports each other.
And that's the thing.
One of us, one of our buddies, he just actually tried out his first. He just actually went to his first therapy session.
Oh yeah.
Mm.
But yeah, and it's good that they're willing to support each other like that, because that's real nice to see. But
that's the thing. Like that's the thing about Team Apex. We're a big family.
Yeah, but and still be very careful about it, because like I said, there's a lot that don't.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why, like, I'm very wary about groups.
He likes to stream at night. He streams late at night. He streams like at 11:30, and I call him the night owl. It's I actually hopped to one of his streams one night, and he actually freaked out when he saw my name come across this screen. He goes, and his wife was right there. She goes, "Why are you excited?" He said, "This is usually asleep right now." And I said, "I know. Can you turn the noise down before I come down there and kick your butt?" He was only out in Arizona too. That's the funny part.
That's kind of cool. That's kind of neat.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I can make friends with anybody, and if you give me just enough room, I can poke your butt so enough that you'll literally want me to keep you around, to keep you in check. Cause I do it all the time. I'll be like, "Don't you make me come down there." I was like, "I know right when you sleep."
Yeah.
I told that to my buddy Arthur one time, and he said, "Where do I sleep?" I said, "You're right now in a nice big cozy hotel condo." And he goes, "Oh no." I said, "Yeah, that's funny." He goes, "You were dead on him." I know. Hunters always hit their targets. Oh, so I finally got to watch the new Black Widow movie.
Did you?
Mm-hmm. And I will tell you right now.
Have you seen the new Venom movie?
Not really.
I want to see it. I'm hoping to see it soon.
I'm going to wait a while before I would probably watch it. So I don't know that after all the delays, I did see that the initial review that fans weren't too happy with it. There's some points about it. And then just some points just didn't kind of make sense. In a way, I can kind of understand that the fact that Venom is now a rapper.
Is he a rapper? Or
there's literally a scene where it shows him in an underground rap battle.
I think,
and it's not Eddie Brock. It's actually Venom himself with the mic.
Well, I mean,
it's gonna be weird to see. I'm just telling you right now, it's gonna be weird.
They're trying to play up a bit of the goofiness of the symbiote character itself, so yeah, I get it.
And apparently Venom he came out, and this as well. So why am I not surprised? Everyone, the mothers has to do that to be a superhero. It's like if they want one, give them their own hero, but leave the others to us. I don't care.
Wait, what do you mean, like, come out?
I come out of a closet. What do you think that means?
I mean,
yeah, that's what they downgraded Venom to.
Honestly, that's no big deal. That doesn't bother me one bit, because
I'm happy about it.
There's a lot of people who won't be happy about it, but honestly, it's not a big deal. I mean, that's something, and that's part making part of the character fantastic. Like that, I think the thing about that was like Superboy too. People are throwing a fit.
Ain't that Superman?
Sorry, not Superboy, but it's like Superman's son who's becoming the new Superman, I guess. And he's like,
see, I don't know. I can't keep up with Superman. There's just nothing there for me to keep up with Superman.
I never really followed him big.
Me neither. Because I was always more of a fan of Batman because like his story just stayed true.
Superman is very much plot armor.
Exactly, and Batman. The reason I'll always be more of a Batman of a kid is because like his origin story stays true, and he doesn't gain a new power every comic book.
Oh, and Superman used to like they cut back on that. I think was it the Silver Age they cut back on it, or was it? Like Golden Age Superman, yeah, they invented a new ability for him just for the situation. It was like, oh.
Yeah, but see, like every comic book now, he's got a new power. Like he has that like he can move faster than he used to. He has stronger heat vision. I'm like, what am I reading? It's like this man. It's like they're trying to make this man like he's a god. I'm like, he's an alien who just can't. He loves humans.
The biggest thing with Superman,
because he was raised around them.
The biggest thing people are really kind of embracing it as far as Superman goes is the idea that he is far more powerful than he normally shows. Just for the fact that if he were to go at it full strength, then he would basically
because the only time he cut loose, the only time I remember him cutting loose, in all of his comics and every show he's ever been in, was one of the Justice League shows. I can't remember if it was normal Justice League or if it was Unlimited.
It was Unlimited. It was when he faced Darkseid.
Yeah, when he finally cut loose and he finally showed one of his normal punch actually does.
Yeah.
And he actually sent him flying through like 4 or 5 buildings.
Like he moved faster than Darkseid could keep up with him, and the only reason that Darkseid even managed to get the advantage on him at that point was he used some kind of gimmick thing.
Because he stayed back. Yeah, I couldn't remember, but
he used some kind of like thing that was causing like all this pain.
The wires, if I remember, I think Darkseid called it
I don't remember what it's called, but
the whips of pain or something like that.
I don't know, something.
Or the hug of pain. It was something with pain. That's all I remember.
Yeah, it was something. I don't remember exactly what it was, but it basically just it caused like this massive amount of pain to him, and he just and it basically like just made Superman couldn't escape it. And...
He moved, yeah, because every time he moved, he would just shock him more and more.
And it actually was Lex Luthor had to come in on that one, and he basically had to offer the anti-life equation to Darkseid to get him to kind of go away.
Mm-hmm. So the Injustice movie is actually going to follow the Injustice storyline where Lois is pregnant and stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, because like in the clip, when Batman's taking on some gang members, he's trying to find Joker, and then Superman shows up to save him, and then he tells him what's going on. And he goes, "How'd you know?" He said, "Your hand's trembling." He said, "When you face," I can't remember if he said Darkseid or Doomsday. He said, "Your hands didn't tremble once before," and he said, "You're grinning like an idiot." And then Superman looked down, his hand is just shaking so bad. He goes, "How did you?" You're Batman. You should know this by now. He's your best friend.
Yeah. And the Injustice, even like the games and in the comics, it's like that's some pretty scary stuff because the whole idea of it's like Superman, if he wanted to, could essentially enslave the entire Earth. Like if he really put his mind to it, he could.
But he always showed restraint.
Oh yeah.
But until
he always had that like moral compass, basically. So like
because
wouldn't let him cross that line.
And actually, Superman once again showed his some of his more scarier side of his powers. And one of the movies, I can't remember which one it was, but like he ended up like facing the. Like one of the main villains was like a British guy.
That was the one. He is a Manchester Black was the guy's name.
Yeah, that's it. That's him.
And like his whole gang of guys. Yeah, I know that one.
And that was the one I'm thinking. Yeah, that's the one. And just to show him, and when Chester thought he had beaten him, he said, and he looked at him, he goes, "Yeah?" He said, "You really think you won?" And the next thing you know, he starts showing like where everyone was actually well protected.
Yeah, he basically like staged it all to make it look like he lost
he really
control.
Cut loose when he didn't.
And the idea is like he did cut loose, but he set it up where no one would get hurt. So
Yeah.
he went full on, but he did it in a way where like no one got hurt because he had all these robots from the Fortress of Solitude just come in and save everyone.
So they finally released more content on the Gotham Knights story, and I'm actually gonna be excited to try that out.
Yeah.
Whenever.
I've...
The only thing is, it's not gonna be an official part to the Batman Arkham saga. When it actually should be. It should actually take place after Arkham Knight, and it would be awesome, and it would actually be really, really cool. But I do understand why it's not being part of the storyline.
Well, honestly, I think
where they
ended
Damian Wayne's going to be in it.
I think where they ended it is actually pretty good as far as the Arkham line. Like, I know as much as you want to see something continue and just kind of have it keep going.
I also agree with that as well, because number one, Damian Wayne's going to be in Gotham Knights. And there's never been a mention of him ever throughout the entire Arkham series.
Yeah, I can see that.
So how could you? Because you would have to literally make an additional Batman game, bringing in Damian Wayne just to explain who he is, just to set up Gotham Knights. But weird. The company that's making it, they are the ones that were also responsible for Batman Arkham Origins. So, and their storyline of that game doesn't. Well, most fans have to consider it canon. Most like hardcore Batman Arkham fans do consider it canon, but where their story never came in with Rocksteady, it never will be official canon.
Yeah,
which is sad because Origins. Because it's sad too, because Origins was so much fun. I actually loved how it actually took it back from being the Dark Knight. You actually was just the crime. You was just the guy there to try to stop the crime, and you had to reconstruct the crime and everything. That was my favorite part.
Well, they tried doing that in the last one too.
Oh yeah, with the perfect murder or something like that, or the perfect one mission.
Yeah, basically, like with Arkham Knight, they as parts where you had to like.
Yeah, I know, like when Barbara causes that Humvee to crash.
Yeah.
You have to like reconstruct it. I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I do get that.
It basically brought it into that one too, and it's like okay, it's kind of cool because it shows like the whole like world's greatest detective thing.
Yeah.
The fact that he is basically like able to figure it out and put it all together. So it's kind of cool. It's kind of cool they do that. But
it was. I always thought I actually just recently restarted Arkham Knight, and I actually was like, I'm gonna pay close attention to wondering why this game got rated M instead of T. And then it dawned on me it was the opening cinematic. Is where the M rating came when you're. Where you play as Officer Owens in the diner.
Cody, did you try to?
Don't ask.
I'm asking, Cody.
Just don't ask.
I'm asking.
Just don't.
I'm asking. Oh.
Don't make me do it.
I think we already did. You already did. You feel like going? Did you feel like going swimming? Is that what you did? You wanted to go take a swim?
Well, I actually just fell down into the cave, so I was like, you know what, I'll kill myself. So, you remember? Did you ever play Arkham Knight?
No, I've played Arkham Asylum and Arkham City.
I'm gonna go ahead and just warn you: if you ever play Arkham Knight,
I probably will. I have it.
The opening sequence will scar you.
I mean, I'm sure I've seen worse.
You literally play as a cop. you play as a cop who gets tricked into murdering innocents.
I've seen worse.
And yeah, the way it's actually set up is that Scarecrow uses one of his minions to trick, just to show Gotham how powerful his new toxin is. He just literally uses 5 ounces, barely anything, and when the cop thinks he's seeing demons literally ripping each other apart, he draws, and you literally have to fight until the people inside overpower you and stop you, and then you basically you basically do like Walter Cop get his blown his brain out between Two-Face and Penguin.
I mean,
and they're two hated rivals.
That's pretty dark.
Yeah, it is pretty much, because the other favorite, because when you actually look at it, most of the games have never had that strong of an opening.
Hey, where am I going? Nope, that's the wrong way. Kind of. Off to the side. Anyway. I mean, it's not the worst thing I've seen, but it's still pretty dark.
Now, let's get back to the Black Widow movie. So, I actually really enjoyed it, and how it was actually a good send-off to show us Black Widow before her time came. And it also gave us and that also showed us what happened in Budapest when Hawkeye told her in that shootout scene in Avengers, just like I tell in Budapest. And she tells him that she remembers Budapest very differently than what he does.
Yeah.
It actually shows you what actually what went down in Budapest, what legitimately happened. Because like you actually meet Romanov's baby sister, and
I know
and she asks her, she says, "What kind of gun?" She goes, "What kind of gun does that no hole into the wall?" And she goes, "Not a gun, a bow and arrow." Yeah, so it's on Disney, and I really recommend it. The only thing I hated more than anything about that whole movie was the way they horribly done Taskmaster. I hated the way they done
Taskmaster?
Him. Yeah. The way the origin story to him was so bad, it literally made me. I was after seeing red at how bad at what they did to him.
Taskmaster's interesting.
Well, see, the thing about it is, in the movie, it's not real. It's not ex-agent Shield, Marcus, I believe his name was.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so in the movie, it's actually General Darkov's daughter. Yes, it's actually a girl that plays Taskmaster. And it all comes down to when Romanov uses the daughter of this general, that basically the whole Red Room. She uses his daughter to verify that he's in the room, and then yeah.
Interesting.
And so she survives the explosion, and when you actually see her for the first time, you actually look into her advisor, and you watch the Avengers. You actually see some of the Avengers just fighting, and she actually has like the memory reflex ability, but the fact that it's not like the normal Taskmaster that we all know, like the merc who's hired to do the job. It's just some girl who wants to get some payback, but she's actually under control from her father.
Interesting.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's rough.
Because Taskmaster's really that rough. One that he could, like, if he fights you, he essentially learns your every move. Yeah, learns your move, your fighting style, and not just copy, but make it easier for him to avoid. Like the only person who Taskmaster can't really do that to is Deadpool, because Deadpool is so unpredictable that it's too hard to predict what he's going to do. So it's just You just can't. Which, I mean, that could just be Deadpool plot armor too, or just Deadpool.
No,
just...
Deadpool's just really that way because he's just that messed up.
Well, he's breaks the fourth wall all the time, so he just you don't know what's going through his head.
Have you ever seen the YouTube channel Lieutenant Look Me, and how he does voice trolling?
No.
Let me send you a video. I'm gonna send you two very specifics, and I'm telling you, I want you to watch these. And when you watch them, you will literally think, because like he does like Deadpool and stuff. And it literally, no joke, I'm not making this up. It literally sounds like Ryan Reynolds is actually talking.
Nice. I actually played the Deadpool game for PS3.
Oh my god, the game was so funny.
It was hilarious, actually.
The best part of it all to me in that whole game is actually when the X-wing gets crashed.
Yeah.
And then you go to wake up war.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Did you actually follow it through the end? Did you follow all the way to the very end?
Oh yeah, I kept slapping Wolverine.
Did you get the final dialogue?
Yep.
The final dialogue
I slapped him until Deadpool just got up on his own. So like I didn't stop.
Yes, that's the final dialogue.
Yeah. Like I didn't stop until Deadpool like made me stop. I was like, all right, guess we're done now.
You just know like he was going to pay for it when Wolverine went back to him.
Oh yeah. What's kind of funny is how, and the last part I actually struggled a little bit with. Hello Queen, welcome to the stream by the way. What's going on? Yeah, the last part of the Deadpool game, like it took me a while to actually do it until I realized that I could actually use the flashbang grenade to stun and then like one-shot the Sinister clones. So I was like, because I was like trying to do it the hard way. I was trying to like legit just fight them and take them out, and then I realized I could use the flashbang to stun them.
On the Lieutenant like me trailer channel. That's not the lieutenant himself doing that.
Okay.
But I'm telling you right now, when you hear that voice, I promise you, you will literally think one of the you will think
what
this is
color is a mirror? That's an interesting question. What color is a mirror?
I was supposed to say I don't believe in mirrors.
You don't. How do you not believe in mirrors?
Because you don't understand what I'm saying.
How?
The video I sent you will actually answer that question to you.
It
really will.
That just. Huh.
No. Trust me.
I've got so many questions now.
Pull up the video I just sent you, and the person talking will actually explain it to you.
Yeah, I have so many questions now.
That's not the lieutenant himself in that one.
But Queen, you have come in here and asked a question that has sparked all kinds of other questions with Cody as well.
Well, the second one I just
have a good answer now. So like, okay, so I know like the material used to make really old mirrors, because really old mirror.
Like
this kid's
what
onto
type
something.
of old mirrors are you talking? What type of old mirrors are you talking about? Like the old fancy dressy looking ones?
I mean like the
heavy duty or looking ones.
In like old times when they first started making mirrors.
Okay, I'm with you because let's say what generation of mirrors are we talking here?
They like polished silver, so they use silver to make it. But when it comes to a mirror, I mean that's the color of the mirror. Like what you see is what's reflected in the mirror, and the color is all around you. So like, what color is the mirror actually? Is a good question. And like, so why don't you believe in mirrors, Cody? I want to know. I have to hear this.
You have to listen to the video, because I will not say it. You will understand.
What video? You
I sent it to you.
Did you? I'm not surprised.
Yeah, I just sent it.
I'm not surprised. We'll have to report on this later, because this is going to be fascinating.
We'll stay in this Discord call, and you will appear, and you will pull it up, and we'll both listen to it.
So if you don't believe in mirrors, then what are they? Is the question. Like, are they portals to another world, or like windows to another world.
If that was true, I wouldn't be here.
Well, not so much that you can pass through, but where you can just kind of see a world that's completely opposite of ours.
Doing my best to break through.
See your evil twin. It's green. It's green. Okay, so the color of a mirror is green, according to Queen. Queen, explain to us, please. I want to hear this.
I want the answer because I've never seen a green mirror.
I mean, really? Have you seen anything green in a mirror? Have you worn green, anything green, while looking at a mirror? And if that's the case, you've seen a green mirror. So I've
never seen a green mirror.
Shh, quiet you. You have.
You can't prove a fact on me.
So a mirror is green. Okay. I need to know this. If I don't hear this, if I don't hear the explanation, I'm going to not be able to sleep tonight. I'm going to be staying awake all night. All because Queen has blown my mind.
And that a mirror is green.
Yeah, that a mirror is green.
I'm curious about this too. I actually am curious, but I'm just not going to be as hardcore about it as you.
Listen, I'm hardcore. What can I say?
You need a new hobby.
Take up
YouTube like me.
I watch YouTube stuff. I put videos on YouTube. We're streaming on YouTube, sir. How is YouTube not something I do? Explain this to me.
Anyone never learned, Willie, guys.
A mirror. The color of a mirror is green. I mean, my wife would love you.
What makes it green? What in the material makes it green? Because didn't you just say in the materials back in like 1800s was silver?
I mean, generally it's silver. It's generally
silver.
So
what's in the material nowadays that makes it green? That's what we want answered.
I mean, there's got to be some logical reason for this, just like your reason for mirrors don't exist. I'm just saying. Okay. All right. So leaves are green. Leaves are on trees. Trees gives us oxygen. Oxygen gives us life. Mirrors are a reflection of our life. Therefore, mirrors are green. Okay. I follow this logic. I follow this logic oddly enough, and I love it.
What?
No, so leaves are green.
Slow it down for me, please.
So leaves are green.
Okay, I'm with you.
So and leaves are on trees.
Okay, I'm still with you.
Which give us oxygen.
Okay.
Oxygen gives us life.
Okay.
Mirrors are a reflection of our life. Therefore, if you follow that logic train from mirrors to leaves, mirrors, the true color of mirror is green.
What?
Queen, I think you just you short-circuited Cody at this point. I think we're gonna have to reboot Cody.
Pull my video up and listen to the real answer about it.
Have to reboot Cody's for a minute here.
Just pull my video up and just listen to it.
I love that so much. Honestly, I'm gonna share. If you don't mind, Queen, I'm gonna share that with some friends. That was a follow. Did it not show up? Why did I hear a sound and nothing showed up? If that was you, Queen, thank you for that follow. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Thank you for the follow.
So what kind of sound were you supposed to be hearing?
to play more horror games though. October's almost done. I've played like one horror game for YouTube. I need to play more.
What did you play?
It's called The Designer's Curse. It's a free game. You can play it in like less than an hour, basically.
The Designer's Curse?
Yeah, it's survival horror.
I'm not saying anything wrong. I just wanted to make sure I heard you say the name right.
He's afraid of mirrors in the color green. Is that true, Cody? Are you afraid of mirrors in the color green?
Okay, the color green represents the Hulk.
In
and
comics,
the Incredible Hulk actually scared, and believe it or not, the Incredible Hulk actually scared me as a kid.
In comics, yes, it does represent the Hulk.
Well, actually, the Incredible Hulk that scared me was the one from 2003. I can't remember I can't remember who it was that played the Hulk in that one. It's 2003.
So many. I can't remember which one that was.
I know.
Was it Hulk or Incredible Hulk? I have to.
Hulk.
Okay, then. Because there was one like decent one was the one that where
The
Edward
one
Norton
where,
played
it was
it.
the one where Bruce ended up facing his dad.
Oh yeah, no,
Who,
that was a crap one. Is what that was. That was a
yeah.
bad one.
The only reason that
That's something we
movie
don't talk
scared
about.
me, yeah,
Yeah,
the only reason that movie scared me
I
as a
think Queen's
kid
onto something
was
though.
the fact was it was due to the Gamma Dog fight scene. That was the only part as a kid that's fight scene got to me.
The dogs.
The Gamma Dogs got sent out to track Hulk down.
I know that one, but
and they end up tracking Betty to her cabin.
But
and so to protect her,
they were no longer cute doggos, though. They were monsters. So now it's okay to beat them up. Saying. Now it's okay to beat the crap out of them because they're monsters.
Betty back into her car to protect her. Yeah, that scene right there got to me.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I think Cody, you are afraid of mirrors in the color green. I'm gonna go with this logic. I think Queen is right. I think they're onto something.
Are you gonna pull my video up and I'll show you why I don't believe in mirrors?
I'm not gonna pull it up while streaming because that's like.
You actually can because the YouTube channel actually loves for people to react to his content. He loves it.
Maybe I'll watch it and record it. I'll watch the content. I should do that. Though. That'd be fun.
To his channel. Believe it or not, the lieutenant himself has actually reached out to people and asked.
Just left my lap. I should lifted Yzma up so people could see Yzma because I would usually do that at least once. She's always on my lap. She left. Oh hi Yzma, how's it going? Did you come back? They called you? Okay. Yzma, come here. Come here.
Oh, so you're holding Yzma up to the camera?
You have to. Here we go. This is Yzma. She's usually always on my lap when I play, so. Oh, baby girl.
Yeah, she is. Like it's almost like when you go down to the when you go down to your office, that's where she's right behind you.
Oh, she is like she's down here already, basically. Like she's not behind me. She is here. She is ready.
I always pictured as you're walking down the steps, she's right behind you. That's how I've always pictured it.
She stays in the basement like all day long, like every day. She stays down here.
She's a basement dweller.
Oh yeah, she is very much. She's like, I'm gonna hang out in the basement, wait for Daddy to come down and play some games, and I come down here and play games, and she's all happy. She's happy as a clam. We always show her off too. Like either on here or when I stream on Twitch, I'll show her off because everyone loves Yzma, and she is adorable. 17 years old too.
Oh, so you always end up always. I was saying, like every time she's on your lap, she's always right there whenever you go live.
Oh yeah.
I always just pictured her as just following you down the steps.
She is long lived too. Like she's 17 years old. Still healthy, still hanging around. Hasn't shown any unusual problems.
Mm-hmm.
So I swear she's like gonna be around for quite a while. Wouldn't surprise me if she lives into her 20s, that's long for a cat. I think the longest cat's been like 30 some odd years, like 32 years I think.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, like that's an old cat. Like yeah. Seriously, that's a long time for a cat. I kind of hope she lives like close to that, but at the same time, I don't want her to be like suffering at all too. Okay, hold on. I don't know if I can show this very well, but she lays in my lap. Yeah, she's 17, and she lays in my lap, and she just sits there and will purr. And if I'm not petting her, she looks up at me like, "I love you, Daddy." And okay, I'll pet you some more, baby girl. I'll pet you. It is cute. She's too adorable. Chai comes down here too. We have. Okay, hold on.
No, Chai, that's the brown one, right?
Yeah, he's like brown tabby.
Yeah, okay. I was about to say
he's the fat one, basically. He's a big boy.
I was gonna say it's been a minute, but I'm pretty sure I remember some of them.
He's a chunky boy. That's what he is. Adorable though. But Yzma, what are you doing, baby girl? I don't know. I know. She gets curious though. she always wants treats. So like on Twitch, I have a redemption where people can redeem. I give her treats, and so then I'll show her on camera, and they see her getting her treats because she loves treats.
We'll keep redeeming it.
Oh yeah, people redeem it. They love it. And so and she always like is looking like, where's treats? Where are the treats at? Yeah, she's our oldest cat. We have a kitten that we got recently that he's a permanent foster basically. So a group that raises money to help cats with hydrocephalus, or like basically too much fluid within the brain. And this is a kitten that has hydrocephalus. So we actually just watch it, and we take care of it, love him, and they paid like the vet bills for his care because of his condition. And like he's like the youngest one we have, but like so total we have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cats, and we have a dog too. So we have quite a few animals. So like every morning is like, okay, take care of the animals, get all the cats their treats, clean the litter boxes, potty the dog, feed the dog as well, make sure the cats all have fresh food and water, like all that stuff. And it takes a little while in the morning. So if Steph's like out of town and I'm the only one here, then it takes me a while. Otherwise, it's like both of us doing it. But it still takes like maybe about like a good hour to get them all taken care of. Because we just love the animals. Oop. Yeah, we have a lot. We would have more. So the only reason we have the 6th one is because it's a foster, so it's not technically ours legally. Because like the city we live in, you can only have 7 animals total, like max 7. So you can't have like any more than that. But you can have them if they're fosters, so it's a loophole. I mean, like we pay for the food for them in general care, but they pay for any of the like the severe medical bills. But we had one before with the same condition. Unfortunately, he passed away. That was Jackson. That was a sad time. But he was a good boy.
Wasn't that the one that
out here thinking your two are a lot? No, your two are reasonable. We had 3 at one point, but if I didn't stop her, we would have like much more. Actually, if we didn't live in the city and we lived in an area where we had like a large property with like a good amount of land, she would just get even more cats. Just have like a whole bunch of cats.
Basically, Steph is the crazy cat lady. Is that what you're trying to imply here?
I mean, not technically. She is the crazy cat lady. Like, my wife is completely the crazy cat lady. Like, there is not a technically in that.
I can't believe I got you to say that.
Oh no, you kidding me? She admits it. She doesn't deny this either. She's like, yeah, I'm the crazy cat lady. In fact, I'm pretty sure that's like one of her. I'm not sure if it's like YouTube or if it's Twitch or something. No, Twitch is like Retro Gamer's wife, but YouTube might be, or somewhere else. It's like Crazy Cat Lady is like her username. So yeah, she admits it entirely. Now, to be fair, I absolutely adore these cats. Like, I would not get rid of them. I would not trade them for anything. But it's like, yeah, she would just keep getting more cats and more cats and more cats. And I'm dead serious about this too. But honestly, cats are wonderful. Like we have the one dog, but
Chloe, right?
Yeah, and I love Chloe dearly. But to be honest, we still prefer cats.
Cats are easier.
So, cats and dogs have like an entirely different energy to them, like as far as like entirely different feel to them. Like cats are, you ignore them and then they come to you and just be like, okay, I'll rub up against you a little bit, maybe kind of look at you. They're more of a
Big Red. Whenever him and his girlfriend, whenever they got his boot, they went ahead and moved.
Yeah,
and she came with 3 cats.
Yeah, the less intense.
And this is not a joke. It is serious. We was in the live stream one day, and he had literally just turned his face cam on, and next thing you know, he just looks right in the camera. And if he didn't look in the camera, he would have never noticed this. He turns around and he goes, Jelly Bean, you can't be doing that. And so she goes, what's he doing? And she looks over and he's just licking away.
Oh.
Licking something.
Yeah.
Let's just say that.
Oh, cats do. Cats will lick.
It was just right there on the camera. We was dying. Everyone in the chat was laughing so hard.
Like, I have one, she'll sit there and lick and chew plastic. So weird.
Ooh, that's really weird.
It's bizarre,
especially the plastic part.
But no, cats are very much a like, I think I like you kind of energy, whereas dogs are kind of like, they're like that friend that you might have that is like really intense. That really intense friend that is like really happy to see you and just like goes up and just hugs you even though you're like, okay, hi. You know, goes up and hugs people you introduce them to, like that kind of person. That's a dog, right there. That's like dog energy right there. Cats are more, hey, how's it going? I think I like you.
Basically, I'm like a cat, and after that, hey, how you doing? And don't you dare touch me.
Like cats are perfectly fine if you just ignore them. In fact, they prefer it sometimes, because they'll come up to you and be like, all right, I want your attention now, and. Not all cats, mind you.
Especially at 3 a.m. when you throw them out of the bedroom.
Oh, cats. Yeah, that's another thing with cats, too, is the early morning, like, I will wake you up. Because I think it's time to wake up now. I've determined it's time for me to be fed, so please.
He has a few cats, and one of them, he's usually in his office whenever he streams, Kroby, and there's Kroby and there's Mikey.
Oh, wow. So Queen's friend's cat eats plastic bags. I could see that. So
that's not healthy.
I have a binder like this. So like, you know those like old like basically like the disc holders, like CD holders, or
yeah, I know what you're talking about.
It's like a binder, you could like zip them up. I have like this one that for like 300 discs, I think. It's this massive binder, and it's one that ended up putting putting all my a lot of games into, because at the time we were living in an apartment, we didn't have enough room for like all the games that I had in the case, so my wife basically like put them all in this binder and we got them all in there, and that way it took up less room. And this thing has like plastic in it as well, so Trini would actually go in there, she'd just sit there and just lick and chew on that plastic, so like it has holes in it and where she's like chewed on it. It's funny. And Queen likes dogs better, and that's cool too. Some people like dogs. Some people are, they love that dog field kind of energy. Some people prefer cats. Yzma. No. Stop. Speaking of eating plastic bags. Yzma. I've got like a plastic bag under my desk. She keeps trying to chew on it. Stop it. Stop, baby girl. No. Yeah, that is completely cool, because everyone has their own preference to that. Some people, they like dogs more. Some people like cats more. It's kind of like the thing, like if you like cats, people will be like, oh, you're not a dog person. It's like, no, I just prefer cats at times. Or if you like dogs more, people will be like, oh, you're not a cat person. And it's like, no.
For me, I would prefer, and when it comes to a dog, I would prefer a corgi. Or a husky.
Dogs are a lot more work, because you have to like train them, especially like bigger dogs. Bigger dogs, you have to make sure they don't like accidentally kill someone.
Yeah, I didn't. What do you think I said? I prefer like a corgi, something that's small and easy to handle.
I mean, kill someone might be a bit extreme. I'm just saying you got to make sure they.
Oh, it's not possible. It's possible because my cousin.
Oh, it is possible.
They had. She had to have another Rottweiler after her other one died, and we went over for a dinner when I to see one of my aunts who traveled in from Arizona. Because this probably the last time I ever get to see her. Is what they said about 4 or 5 years ago as well.
Yeah.
And literally, as me and Mom was walking, he's always and everywhere and chained up, and he literally jumped on me and almost put all his weight and almost crushed up my shoulders and chest down. Because he caught me off guard with him running to greet me.
That thing about your aunt, it reminds me of my grandma. Because my grandma, like, when she was, like, when they were in their 70s, my grandma would be like, your grandpa and I aren't long for this world. They lived to be in their 90s. They lived for at least a good 20 years more.
Yeah, see,
but every time.
Yeah, but I gotta be careful.
We ain't long for this world.
Yeah, I know. I actually have to be careful, though, I'll tell you that. Simply due to the fact that my breathing is not actually at 100%.
Yeah, definitely be careful on that, especially when it comes to lung stuff. Well, see, the thing
is that a few years back, I actually had the worst strain of the flu, and the worst strain of the strep throat.
Yeah.
And it was actually at the same exact time. And it literally was so bad that my entire right lung actually collapsed.
Ooh, be careful on that, because lung is like your heart, basically. Like, there is no joking around when it comes to that stuff.
And the thing about it is that doc, and I actually told Mom, because when I felt it collapse, I told her, I said, get me to a hospital.
Yeah.
And so they actually had to administer me, and my doctor, he would be the only one, he was the only one that I would actually let to work on me, and they actually put a tube down me and everything, and one of the nurses, she actually took an x-ray of it, and she was actually, when she brought the x-ray to me, and she showed us, she actually had tears saying, there's no way that lung can work again. And next thing you know, my doctor said, let's just try to pump some air to it.
Yeah, they do that. They, inflate it back up again.
I'll never forget this, because it didn't take no time to that lung was actually its own, but it literally looks so scarred up. It looks like it's been in a few too many knife fights.
Yeah. So Queen says, I love my cats, but
she actually
more fun having
a
dog. Yeah, you get it, Queen. You get the whole thing. It's like, it's not that you don't love one or the other, don't like one or the other. It's just that people have preferences, and some people like one over the other. Absolutely. But yeah, Cody, be careful on that, because I mean, like, you might be seem fairly okay now, but like, that stuff will catch.
Oh, I have to be.
That stuff will catch up with you.
It's going to catch up. It's going to. It already does catch up to me.
I believe it.
Because there's like sometimes I'll literally just be fine. Next thing you know, my right lung outside of my body just tenses up, and then I just feel it. I just feel like that. I just feel that lung just trying to breathe.
Oh yeah, and that's something.
And you can also my cough. I have a smoker's cough due to it.
Oh,
I'm in my 20s. I shouldn't have a smoker, and I've never smoked anything. I shouldn't have a smoker's cough.
You should hear Steph cough with her sinuses. Oh my gosh, like, you'd swear she smokes a pack a day.
Remember when I was real sick earlier this year?
Yeah, I think like both you and your mom have.
And I told you I had the plague.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was what you heard was my normal cough.
Oh wow.
That wasn't no joke. That was just a normal cough. Okay. And I figured, let's go ahead and call it, because I want you to pull that up, and I want to hear you. And I want.
Yeah, we have to call it soon.
And I want to hear your reaction.
This real quick. I'm almost done with this. Got enough to finish this layer off.
Because I want to hear your reaction.
The foundation has been built, so next time we can just start working on the walls.
Okay.
So we got the full foundation. Whoa, it's dark now. A little dark. Go work towards the light now. That's very dark over there. Hold on. Just because. There we go. Just to help.
Did you take a screenshot?
No, I had to put a torch there. Because it was ridiculous dark. Okay, we do have to call it.
So it's basically going to be Mob Spawner City if you didn't.
So next week, not quite Halloween yet. It'll be
the following week.
I mean, kind of. It's like Sunday after that is Halloween, which I haven't learned. I'm hoping my cosplay stuff actually
will be in.
Yeah, let's go, Brandon. Who's Brandon? Do we know a Brandon? Apparently, Zachary is cheering for Brandon. I don't know who Brandon is, but we're cheering for him. So go, Brandon! Yes.
I'm not.
I have no idea who Brandon is. No
I'm not cheering for nobody. I'm not cheering
for like, unless I know the person, we're not cheering for him. It's not happening.
Exactly.
Okay. All right.
You never know. It could be a bank robber.
Saving. I don't know.
Exactly. So why would you cheer? I want to hear your reaction.
Super Liviana is like, let's go, Brandon. Everyone's like, let's go, Brandon, for some reason. I don't know what's who is this Brandon we're cheering for? I mean, I'll cheer. Let's go, Brandon. You can do it, Brandon. Let's go. I have no idea.
The video you need to pull up in Discord is video number 4.
All right, we'll do that. Okay, so we're gonna end on Let's Go, Brandon, though, because that's a good place to end, I think. A good place. Yes, today's live stream lesson and thing to take away from today's live stream is Let's Go, Brandon. Absolutely, 100%. I don't know who Brandon is.
And also be careful about your lungs.
But whoever Brandon is, go Brandon. Yes, thank you, Queen. Go Brandon, 100%. And yeah, be careful of your lungs, apparently, because Cody's lungs are like messed up.
Well, see, that's fine.
Breathe, Cody. Breathe. Please, Cody.
17 when that happened.
And cheer on Brandon, please. Brandon needs all the cheering we can give him. I don't know why, but we're cheering on Brandon for this. We're cheering on Brandon. Anyway. Well, that notification was Fearless Fern subbing. That's what that was. Oh, okay. That's cool. Anyway, so thank you everyone for tuning in. Appreciate it. We'll do this again next week. As long as everything works out, we should be able to do it next week. So yeah, I'll be back next week with more of this, more Minecraft, more chatting. So tune in then. I've got more videos coming too. So watch out for those. Check out other stuff, yada, yada, yada. You know all the YouTube stuff. Appreciate every single one of you. Thank you all for popping in here. Let's go, Brandon, very much. And we'll see you next time. And also, Yzma says goodnight. Yzma says goodnight. Love you all. Take care, everyone. And we'll see you next time.